Try and. Try and understand this video. Try to. Try to understand this video. Which one is correct? And what's the difference? Stay tuned and find out. Hi everyone, my name is Liam and this is Grammar Simple, the channel that makes English grammar simple. Okay, today we have a video about common verb mistakes. Try and try to. So, if you want to learn English grammar, stay tuned. All right, common mistakes, verbs. Try and, try to. Let's get started. It is common for English learners and even native English speakers to make errors or mistakes when forming verbs. What is the difference between try and try to? Well, most of the time, the difference is nothing. Nothing. No difference. Except for one little thing. Try and is less formal, and try to is more formal. The verb try means to make an attempt to do something. Make an attempt to do something. Try and be on time for the meeting. Make an attempt to be on time for the meeting. Try to be on time for the meeting. Make an attempt to be on time for the meeting. So, try and be on time. Try to be on time. Both are correct. However, it is much easier to always use try to, because try to does many things that try and cannot do. Let's look at 3 things. Number 1, inflected forms. Don't say, she tried and asked him a serious question. Say instead, she tried to ask him a serious question. Why? Well, try and never works for different verb tenses. Different verb tenses are sometimes called inflected forms. So, tried and past tense, trying and continuous tense, has tried and present perfect tense or past perfect, any different verb tense, you cannot use tried and. These are all incorrect. Only try and. Number 2, using an adverb. Don't say, Please try harder and explain your idea. Say instead, please try harder to explain your idea. Why? Well, try harder and explain sounds awkward. It sounds strange and might be confusing because it asks you to do two things. Number one, try harder. And number two, explain. Try harder and explain. So, my question is, try harder at what? Try harder, explain. Try harder and explain. Try harder at what? It's strange, right? It sounds unnatural. Try harder to explain is much more clear about what you need to do. You need to try harder to explain. The conjunction is confusing, right? The infinitive is much better. Number 3, using a negative. Don't say, be careful and try not and fall. Say instead, be careful and try not to fall. Why? Well, try not and fall is awkward or strange for the same reasons as number 2 that we just talked about previously. Especially when used like this. Be careful and try not and fall. There's 2 ands. Be careful and try not and fall. It's strange. This is much more clear. Be careful and try not to fall. So 2 things. Be careful, try not to fall. Much better. Overall, try to is much easier to use than try and. You are less likely to make a mistake if you use try to. However, try and is very common in English. So when you see it or hear it, remember that it means the same as try to when it's in the base form of the verb, try. Not trying, not tried. Just try. Try and try to. It's the same. All right? Some English teachers might tell you that try and is not correct. But I think that is wrong. Why? Well, here are some common examples of famous writers using try and. Try and write straight English. Ernest Hemingway. 1929. Ernest Hemingway is maybe my favorite writer ever. He's great. I'm going to try and see him today. 1936. Carrie, she says, is working hard to try and win a scholarship. The New York Times, 1996. He was told that the Duke of Wellington had gone to try and rally his army, the advance of which had been utterly crushed the night before. This is a famous novel in English called Vanity Fair. It's from 1848. They try and express their love to God by their thankfulness to Him. This quote is from 1686. A long time ago. As you can see, try and has been used in English for a long time. So don't let anyone tell you that try and isn't correct. It is. But it is also much more difficult to use than try to. So I want you to try and write me a sentence using try and or try to down in the comments section below. And also write me your ideas for future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video with a friend. My name is Liam. This is Grammar Simple, the channel that makes English grammar simple. I will see you next time. Bye for now.